What do you know, gamers? It's time to start saving your polychromes up because we have a lot of things to talk about. Today, we have 2 new S-rank characters, 1 new A-rank character, 2 of which got drip marketed last night, you probably know about, and 1 that got drip marketed tonight, that being Fufu or Yufufu. She looks really fucking cute, by the way. I just want to let that be known. Actually, I do think the panda guy looks cool as hell. This is Ben Biggerton, but for 2.0. Hopefully he's not dog shit ass, because we know what happened to the last bear character we got. And then we got the mommy of mommies with a new type, it looks like, and a new class altogether. So we're going to be talking about all that in today's video, talking about why you probably should just skip Hugo. Honestly, at this point, I feel like Hugo has become a must skip. And we're going to get into that now. So I went ahead and just pulled up all of the agent records here so we can kind of go into more in depth and talk about what they might or might not do and stuff like that. So let's start off with Jufu first, a new character that got released tonight. That's probably the reason you're watching. Anyways, she is super, super cute, first of all, guys. But she is going to be a fire break type character. What does this mean, though? Because if she's a fire break type character, we recently got a break type character. I don't know. Okay, let me check the tier list real quick, because we have Fire Break, we have Colada Fire Break, we have Lighter Fire Break, we have Electric Break, we have Electric Break, Physical Break, Ice Break. We haven't got an Ice Break. I feel like an Ice Break would have been really good to have here, right? No, I don't know about Fire Break, guys. Oh, you know what we haven't got either? We haven't ever got an Ether Break, so maybe an Ether Break would have also been nice here. I don't know how I like the typing all too much on her Fire Break. She definitely does look like the color palette that kind of looks like she's fire-esque, but let's kind of talk about more of what I think she might do, because along the lines of what we have, right, I think that she will definitely be like an off-field breaker, provide some off-field support. They talked about that, of how they're going to update the game and bring the game forward more, right? And we've already seen that with stuff like Trigger, right? We've already seen that with stuff like Silver Soldier Ambi, right, being off-field, Pulchra being off-field, and honestly, even with Vivian being more off-field too, I think it is fair to assume that she'll be more off-field. Now, with that being said, do I think that she'll be more buff supportive or more just break supportive in general? I don't know in terms of the actual breakability these characters do. I feel like Trigger is more of like a sub DPS off field. I don't know about the breaking, right? Like, sure, the break is nice when she's actually doing stuff off field. She does break when she's off field too, but do we have like a really big amount of that? Like, does Trigger really offer that or fit that niche? I don't know that she does, per se, so maybe she'll fit more of that niche, or maybe she'll be a buffer as well. I think that she has to play both roles, right? I think really to compete with what we have already, Pulchra does debuff and Aftershock. We have Aftershock charge debuff hybrid support, which would mean to me that she does need to have some type of supportive role. She basically needs to have everything that Trigger has, but maybe in a different way, right? Or she has to have, like, she has to have versatility. That's what I guess I'm trying to say here, right? I think she needs to have versatility. Is there anything here that would maybe give us a hint on what she does? Like, she's super cute, bro. Honestly, she is super cute. Like, super cute. But genuinely, there's nothing really here to kind of state what she might actually do. But I kind of want to hop off her now and talk about Ben Biggerton, the new A rank we're getting as well. And then we'll talk about her after, right? Yixuan, I don't know how to say her name, bro. I'm fucking butchering the fuck out of that. But I do want to talk about him first, or the big bear first, because I do believe with him being the A rank on the banner with her, if we take a look at like the other A ranks we got, like Pulchra, right, that were released with someone like Silver Soldier Ambi. Silver Soldier Ambi played like hand in hand with what Pulchra was able to do, and I think that this guy right here will also play hands in hand with what she does as well here, right? Miss, I guess, is Yi, right? Is that her name? Yi? Anyways, guys, my name's fucking... Anyways, guys, I suck ass at fucking names. I've said that already. He is a breaker physical character. Now, if we take a look at the other breakers we have in the game, actually, I do think this is really good for people that have Seizure King in their account, because I do really think that Yi over here is going to actually be able to use breakers, maybe, or physical. I think it's good for him being break or physical, because she might have something to do with the physical class, right? Like, let's just go ahead and hop into her real quick, right? I haven't seen... I kind of seen her animations, right? She has a new type and a new class altogether, and we are... I think, like, figured already. I think most of us probably figured already that should have a new, like, at least type of what she's doing, like the damage type she's doing, because we got that thing with Miyabi, right? We have the Frostbite with Miyabi, or whatever this, Frost attack with Miyabi. I believe with him being physical, I genuinely do think that her additional ability will either play off having some type of, like, a tank on the team, or having a physical character on the team. And I believe the new type she works under is going to probably be physical adjacent. Like you have physical, and then you have the addition to physical, which would be like the Miyabi to ice, right? So like her mana attacks are ice, and then she does frostbite, right? So I think her mana attacks will probably be physical, and then it enhances to whatever the new typing is there as well. And that's why I think Seizure King could be getting a buff here, because genuinely, guys, I feel like defense characters have been getting left in the fucking dirt, aka Seth, aka Ben Biggerton, and aka Seizure King. There's not really anything that pairs up with them, and I think we've been waiting for that unit to come in and really do that role. So that's why I do think that he kind of revitalizes what Seizure King to do, and I really hope that he does something not similar to Seizure King, I guess you could say, right? I think he's gonna have to play some type of off-field support, right? He's gonna have to give you shield because he's a tank unit there, right? Or yeah, that's what it's called, right? A tank. My bad. Defense character, guys. I think he's gonna have to play obviously with shield. He's gonna have to do buff. He's gonna have to give a decent debuff as well, I think, and then probably do some sub DPS level of damage, because that's what everyone else does. So I think he has to have some type of an off-field presence, like these other characters don't really have, right? Or the other characters from 1.x don't have. They said they're going to try to incorporate this more, so I really do believe he'll have more of an on-field presence, whether that be from damage, whether that be from supporting in some type of way. I don't know. I just think it's really cool that we have a big fucking panda in the fucking game. This is so cool. This brings me back to not WoW. I know WoW had a fucking panda in it. It brings me back to the days of Club Penguin. If you guys, if you know, you know the fucking dojo mode, okay? I love a fucking I really do like a Kung Fu Panda, okay? Jack Black is surely the voice actor there. And then finally, Miss Yi. Now, this is something I want to talk about here, guys, because there's actually a lot we can get from this, okay? Because right here we have the new type, we have the new class, so this will be the new, like, damage class they're in, right? And then this is something weird here. What does this symbol mean? Why is this symbol at the end of the name? Does this signify that she's going to go even further beyond that? So I can't really go into too much detail on what I think that is. I do think, though, that this right here is like an upgraded physical attack here. I think this is an upgraded version of physical. Just how Frostbite was the upgraded version of Ice, I think it'll play from there. And this right here may be an enhanced version of Attacker, or maybe like a Summon-esque character, right? Because we see this right here. This to me is like a swap or like a rotation type thing. It just looks like a rotation, obviously, like an Ouroboros or something, right? Did Miyabi have that? I need to see something, guys. She did have that. Oh, she did have that symbol there. Okay, so I think maybe that symbol, I'm just coping out. Maybe that symbol just symbolizes that she's a Void Hunter, right? But I genuinely do think that she'll be on field when she's doing main DPS. Maybe he'll be helping with the attacks. And then probably Birdman will be on the field when she's off field to help with some sub DPS levels of damage there. And now to get to the part of the video you've probably been waiting for, right? Why should you be skipping Hugo here? I really don't think anyone would doubt this otherwise here. When Miyabi released, guys, look where Miyabi's still at. She is still at tier 0. Now, while I don't believe that, you know, she's like a full tier ahead of what, you know, maybe Silver Soldier, Ambi, or Vivian can do at this point, the fact of the matter is she is still super strong, and she is still stronger than Silver Soldier Ambi, and she's still stronger to me than Vivian as well. She is a Void Hunter. She's at the top of the top. Now, do I think that they're going to increase that power creep to a whole new level? Abso-fucking-lutely, guys. There is no shot they don't. She is a Void Hunter. What is going to happen? She sets a new tier, right? So let's just do this, right? Let's say there is a tier above this now, right? Let's say there's a tier above tier 0. There is no doubt in my mind that she is above Miyabi. So I think that Miss Yi here is going to be the new tier 0. Let's say this is the new tier 0, right? Then we have Miyabi here in her own little tier. This is where you'll trickle off your new DPS at into, right? I think that is pretty reasonable to say. We set the new highest standard. Now the DPS releasing in version 2.0 will be right here, right? I think these will be close contenders. So how I think this power scaling tier list should go now is probably you move her up. You move Vivian up. I think that Yanagi stays here. I think Evelyn stays here. I think Bernice stays here because I do think that Vivian is better than both Bernice and Yanagi, and I do think that Soldier 11 here is better than her. Well, she's expert level, so if you're expert, you obviously up her tier, right? But overall, ease the play and stuff like that, I think that these would move up here, right? Then we have like maybe a 2.x DPS. So let me put Hugo back here as well. I think Hugo is technically going to be on this level too, by the way. So I'm not saying he's bad by any means, but I do think if we're talking about future DPS, this is where he's going to stand at. We have 2.x here. We have 2.x here, right? This is the new standard for 2.x DPS. Maybe you get a 2.x DPS in here too, right? But for the most part, your 2.x DPS will probably sit in this tier where Miyabi's at. I think they'll be close to, very close to what her power level is. And the new gold standard for what the best DPS can be is going to be the new character Yi, right? So I do think Hugo is probably a skip for the matter of fact that, first of all, you're getting a new A rank on her banner probably because we saw Mr. Panda here on this, because Mr. Panda here got drip marketed the same time that she was drip marketed. So, new A rank, new defense character, probably going to be pretty decent for your account, probably going to be up here in, I would say, I don't know, maybe not tier 0.5, maybe, you know what? Fuck it, tier 0.5. I think maybe tier 0.5 here because Nicole and Lucy have been it for too long. They need to start power creeping these units at some point, or I think they will start power creeping these units at some point. I don't think they should. I think they will. But overall, guys, I love the drip marketing we got for 2.0. I think it is great. I am glad that we have another A rank coming to the game. I like the release pattern. Hopefully they keep this release pattern of, you know, oh, patched with no A rank character, patched with A rank character, then go on, so forth. I think that'll help the game out a lot. I like the characters we're getting. Their designs look all really good, especially the new character that got drip marketed tonight, Miss Jufufu. Her just really freaking cute, right? Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. What are you most excited about? Jufufu, or the big panda man? Anyways, that's gonna do it, guys. See you later. Let me know what you think they're gonna do in the comment section down below. Let me know if I'm coping. Anyways, guys, save your fucking polychromes. You don't need them. Anyways, bye. See you later.